Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. Here's what we have in the bulletin. Murders down in St. James. Blood shortage crisis at Savlamar Hospital. And later in sports, teenage sensation Jaden Hibbert ready for Jai meet this weekend. Thank you for joining us. I'm Shamela Pullen. Here are the details. Murder in St. James is down. Speaking at the recent Municipal Corporation meeting, Commanding Officer for the Parish Superintendent Aaron Samuel says the figure is the lowest seen in almost 10 years.
Over the last month, the JCF, we are pleased to report that the efforts of the police and the military has seen reduction over the last month in murders and shootings. In fact, for the month of April, we saw the division recording the lowest murder figure for a month since 2016.
He says the division will continue to partner with communities in an effort to curb crime and violence. The police are also keeping a close watch on a number of areas.
For us. This is widely connected to the flanker community as well. Yes, it is. And we are really pushing as hard as we can to ensure that we bring some stability to the locations.
Recent murders in sections of Manchester is causing unease. A farmer, bartender, and a DJ are the latest victims, but the police say the incidents are unrelated. Jamaica Maitland reports.
The Manchester police are urging the public not to panic following the murders of 3 people within days of each other. 29-year-old farmer CJ Cunningham on April 26 in Daviton, 46-year-old bartender Kerrion Airy on May 1 in New Green, and 31-year-old DJ Davion Anderson in Royal Flats on May 5. The deceased are all victims of gun violence, and according to crime officer for the parish, DSP Dennis Simpson, they're all unrelated.
We are following strong leads in each of these murders, particularly that murder in Daviton, murder of CJ Cunningham, and we are confident that in short order we will make arrests in these incidents.
DSP Simpson was speaking to journalists following reports of heightened safety and security concerns, but he revealed that despite the shootings, major crimes are still down in Manchester. Head of the division, Superintendent Kerry Duncan, says it's almost 60% less compared to the similar period last year.
In looking at the 3 recent murders, if you look at them together, I agree that it will look a particular way. However, they have to be looked at in isolation, as they have no correlation at all. They happen in 3 separate parts of the divisions, and there is no connection between either of them, as unfortunate as they are. However, I just want to reiterate that our murder statistics is showing that we are down by 57%, and we continue to work assiduously to ensure that we even have a greater reduction.
According to the JCF statistics, as of May 4, with the exception of shootings, all other crimes are down in Manchester. Superintendent Duncan says its clear-up rate for crimes committed in 2023 ranked among the highest island-wide. The 3 murders are now keeping its officers busy. The police are encouraging the public to utilize safe ways to provide them with information on the crimes committed. Jamaica Maitland, TVJ News.
There is a passionate plea for persons to donate blood in Westmoreland. Medical Officer of Health for the parish, Dr. Marcia Graham, says the need is urgent as they continue to lose lives. An estimated 3,500 people at the Savlamar Public General Hospital in Westmoreland are in critical need of blood. Hospital officials say they have been postponing at least 20 surgeries weekly because of the low supply. Victims of gunshot wounds, stabbing incidents, and road crashes are depleting the supply.
We hear about the stray animals causing accidents. Some of those persons who survived the incident need blood. Or mothers, some of them when they come in to deliver their babies, after the baby is born, their wombs fail to contract adequately and they end up with bleeding after delivery. And sometimes this is fatal because we do not have the blood to save the lives of our mother. This is a serious situation.
She says persons are reluctant to give blood because of myths.
If you have a tattoo or a body piercing that took place more than a year ago, you are eligible to donate blood. If you smoke, once you abstain for 3 days, you are eligible for donating blood. If you drink alcoholic beverage of any kind, once you abstain for 24 hours, you are eligible for donating blood.
Dr. Graham is appealing to councils in the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation and corporate entities in the parish to offer their workers an incentive to donate blood.
It is important that we offer positive reinforcement to positive behavior. So you can offer an incentive to your staff to becoming a donor, interface with us, and we can conduct a blood drive, a blood donation drive with your organization. You can be an important part of the solution, and we urge you to do so.
Just this week, the Cornwall Regional Hospital also made an appeal for blood, as that facility is also running low on supply. Meanwhile, Dr. Graham is making another appeal to parents to protect their young children from consuming harmful products. She says the health department is seeing cases of accidental poisoning among children.
Bleach, kerosene oil, medication, and in recent time, chewable ganja products or ganja gummies are now making an entry on the scene. We need to protect our children by keeping all of these harmful products out of the reach of children. We need to keep our children safe during child month and at all times.
Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says Jamaica's birth rate continues to decline. Dr. Tufton made the comment at a baby-friendly hospital certification ceremony at the St. Anne's Bay Regional Hospital on Wednesday. According to the Ministry of Health, 20 years ago, Jamaica saw an average of 50,000 births yearly. In recent years, however, this has declined to 30,000 births annually. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton pointed to the socio-economic implications.
The reality is, if you look at lower birth rates and more migration and more premature mortality, then what you have is the great potential, which is now manifesting itself, of a decline in your population.
He further pointed to plans to make life less challenging for expectant mothers, among them increasing the number of community health aides.
Even before they get to the clinic, and also helping them to go to the clinic and encouraging them, because some don't. And of course, our children, once they are growing up within those communities. So there is a connectivity between what we're doing, which ultimately will lead to a better health result. And we certainly look forward to that.
Additionally, he says, public health facilities will now have baby-friendly areas. Currently, there are 8 baby-friendly areas at various public health facilities. The initiative is being promoted by the World Health Organization, WHO, and the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. The aim is to protect, promote, and support breastfeeding to ensure the health and well-being of mothers and their babies. It's time for a break. Stay with us. More stories when we return. Welcome back to the Midday News. Strong arguments are coming out of the recent sitting of the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation. This is over the state of the Princess Margaret Hospital in the parish. Several councillors insisted that the facility is not being maintained.
Whether you're on that side of the line, be a JLP, or whether you're a PNP, we all have to use the Princess Margaret Hospital. And some of us in this room today are in the parish. We'll say, we have our money, we will go to Amatos. But just bear in mind, there can be emergencies and you have to go to the closest hospital.
When my mother used to be in the hospital, what we had done to my mother, we beat my mother. How we take care of my mother, who the employ for that, not do like me though.
A mentally challenged man was killed in a motor vehicle crash in St. Thomas last evening. The man has been identified as 53-year-old Davon O'Mealy of Grandspen in the parish. According to reports, at about 7:45 p.m., a truck was traveling on a section of the Southern Coastal Highway near Grandspen when the man was hit. He received multiple injuries. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead.
Authorities, mainly the persons from China Harbour, because now we have a fatality. A person from the Grandspen community was hit down by a vehicle, and the vehicle should be coming this speed because it's a 50 zone where him approach the stoplight, and the man is dead now. Our highway heading to Grandspen is not lit. Grandspen people don't even have a bus stop for shelter the sun. Bus stop, they wish for a bus stop not for depend on the highway, but it's obviously we don't count. You understand? The China Harbour people, we are the major committee, with a major committee were cut off. And we are not being facilitated, none at all.
The Portmore Municipal Corporation will be adjusting the times for its monthly meetings. This is in response to complaints by residents. Mayor of Portmore, Leon Thomas, shared details recently.
We have listened to the people of Portmore, and we have put the necessary in place, and we have sent the information to the Ministry of Local Government. Hence, we are going to start our meeting 10 a.m. and every second Wednesday going forward as of June.
It's now time for the Business Minute.
NCB Financial Group is reporting an increase in profit for its second quarter. For the 3-month period ended March, the financial institution made $7.72 billion after meeting tax obligations. For the same period in 2023, NCBFG made $4.7 billion. The quarter's performance brought the year-to-date profit to $13.69 billion, reflecting a 98% increase versus the 6-month profit last year. NCB Financial Group says its revenues from banking and investment activities were valued at $19.7 billion. Further afield, TikTok has now started adding labels to artificial intelligence content uploaded from other platforms. On Thursday, TikTok revealed that the new capability will be rolled out on images and videos. Then it will come to audio-only content soon. This update is part of the social media app's broader push to fight against AI-driven misinformation. And that's it for the Business Minute. I'm Carrie Ann Simpson.
Time now for the top regional and international stories.
In the region, UNICEF says it has provided safer drinking water to over 30,000 people displaced by gang violence in Haiti's capital, Port-au-Prince, since the gangs launched coordinated attacks. The UN has also provided over 2.6 million liters of water to children and families across 20 sites. The recent escalation of violence has worsened the already dire situation, with major flooding and cholera cases in impoverished neighborhoods. On the international scene, a portion of the Francis Scott Key Bridge will be removed from the cargo ship Dali on Saturday. The Key Bridge Response Unified Command states that it will use precision cuts made with small explosive charges to release the ship. The giant cargo ship has been stuck in place since it crashed into the bridge on March 26. Once broken down into smaller pieces, the vessel can refloat and be removed from the channel. Meanwhile, the House Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure plans to hold a hearing on the investigation on Wednesday. This as the recovery of the 6th and final victim of the collapse was announced this week. And those were the top regional and international stories. I'm Nakitsky Robinson.
We head to a quick break. When we come back, we'll have your midday sports report with Jermaine Brown.